Hello, students. Welcome to yet another session on VARC by SuperGrads from top rankers. We have been delving further and further into the details of grammar. I have been meeting students who have a query. They ask me, ma'am, why grammar? Now, dear students, grammar is the base of language. It gives us the complete idea about the sentence structures, the tenses, the various punctuation marks, and above all, the parts of speech. Okay? If we have correct grammar, we'll be able to express ourselves effectively, clearly in both the written as well as the oral communication. Especially in these days, we find that a lot is being read by the people online. There are online trainings, there are emails, there are messages, there are news articles. So the language is growing. We find it abounding ourselves, near ourselves. I mean to say, it is surrounding us. वो हमें चारों तरफ से घेरे हुए हैं. So it makes sense to make our communication clear, concise, and effective. If suppose we do not follow the rules of grammar, then what can happen? Our communication may be totally distorted. And we don't want that to happen. We want that our ideas should be communicated, should reach out effectively to the people around us. So the best way to have effective communication is go step by step. And parts of speech plays a very important role. I mean, the understanding, the knowledge, the information, the clarity on parts of speech plays a very important role if we have to gain supremacy on basic English grammar. So today we are going to have a basic idea of the parts of speech. Now, you must have heard, but then what is it actually? Parts of speech are the categories of words as per their functions, the role which they play in a particular sentence. That is called a part of speech or parts of speech. So these are the categories of various words which we find. Let's take an example. Let's take an example. Stop. This is a verb. Now pay attention what I am doing to this. I am adding it here something. What have I added? He. He stops. I have made it he stops. He is the pronoun. So we have a verb and we have a pronoun. I make it still more modified. He stops the car. I have added a noun. This is a noun and the is the article. I make it even more modified. He stops the sports car. This I have added it to car. This word is actually the adjective, which tells us more about the car. Noun is the naming word. He is the pronoun, which is used instead of a noun. And stops is the verb, which shows us action. We'll come to it once again in details. Now, I add here something. Oh, he stops the car. Oh is interjection, which shows sudden feeling. It can be of wonder, it can be of happiness, it can be of sorrow, it can be of joy. It can be of fear. Oh, he stops the sports car. So this is the preposition. I am adding one more word here. Now it is, oh, he stops the sports car. Oh, he stops the sports car suddenly. So what is this suddenly? Suddenly is the adverb, which tells us how an action has been performed. How an action has been performed. This is told by which part of speech? It is told by adverb. And this suddenly is your adverb. Now, I make further change to the sentence. Now, how does it read? It reads like this. He applies the brakes. He applies the brakes and stops the sports car. He applies the brakes and stops the sports car. This is a conjunction which adds these two clauses. He applies the brakes, he stops the sports car. So, in this way, we find that this is the example of one sentence in which you find various parts of speech, their duties, you can say their roles are defined. Now let's go further in this direction. Now that we have named the various parts of speech, dear students, there are 8 parts of speech. Okay, so let's do them one by one. I'll take one more example here that I'll come to just a while later. Noun. Noun, what does it do? It names a person or a place or a thing or an idea. For example, the cat slept under the car. So here you find the cat is also a noun and the car is also a noun. It tells us about an object. Okay, it tells us about an animal. So the name of a person or a place or a thing or idea. This is the noun. Noun is the naming word. You can correlate noun, name. So noun is a naming word. Next comes pronoun. It replaces. Look at this word, replaces. Now we cannot go on saying Rekha studies in the college. Rekha lives in Vijayanagar. Rekha has parents and 2 sisters. Rekha goes to the market. We cannot go on saying this. What we need to do? We need to replace this noun with a pronoun. So the pronoun acts as a replacement for the noun in order to avoid repetition because it will not sound good. If we go on repeating the name, it will mar the beauty or the coherence or the importance of the sentence that we are speaking. Okay, now the example, for example, he is an excellent dancer. He is the pronoun which is telling us about any person, any boy, any man who is an excellent dancer. Now, the third part of speech is verb, which indicates action. Verb indicates an action or an occurrence or a state of being. For example, the girl walks merrily. The girl walks merrily. Walks is the verb. Okay, merrily. If you have any doubt with this, merrily means happily, joyously. Coming to the fourth part of speech, adjective. It describes or modifies a noun or a pronoun. It gives us more information about the noun, how the noun is, how that name is, how that idea or the thing or the place or the person is. It tells us about that. For example, we saw a beautiful scenery. So this scenery is being modified by the word beautiful. It is giving us more information about scenery. So beautiful is the adjective. Now, what is an adverb? An adverb modifies a verb, adjective, or another adverb. Okay, how the action took place. Just now we have established that a verb stands for an action. So how that action took place? वो action कैसे हुआ? Okay, in Hindi it is called kriya. वो kriya कैसे हुई? That is being told us by the adverb. So take the example, the bird sings sweetly. How did the bird sing? It sang sweetly. Sweetly. Okay. In the previous example that I had shown you, it was suddenly. How were the brakes applied? How was the car stopped? Suddenly. Now, prepositions. You can understand from the name preposition. It tells us the relationship. It shows us a relationship between a noun and a pronoun to another noun or pronoun in the sentence. For example, the mirror is in the bedroom. The mirror is in the bedroom. Next, we have conjunction. Con, con. Look at the similarity. Conjunction. It connects words, phrases, or clauses. A conjunction connects words, phrases, or clauses. Example, I like maths and English. I like maths and English. So maths and English are joined by the conjunction and. Next, we have interjections. An interjection expresses an emotion, a sudden emotion, or an exclamation. Any word which we speak all of a sudden. For example, wow, that's amazing. We often use such words in our day to day language. Wow, that's amazing. Now, wow, wow is an exclamation, is a mark of surprise and happiness. You can call it delight. Wow, it's amazing. So, how many parts of speech are there that we have studied? Noun, pronoun, verb, adjective, adverb, preposition, conjunction, interjection. Okay, so these parts of speech form the basis of any sentence, or you can say English grammar. Once you are clear with these terms, you will find that your command, your grip on the language is increasing, it is improving. Now, I would also like to take you through articles because that is a very important aspect of English grammar and it is used for nouns, pronouns, okay? And we have used these also in the examples which you have taken. So there shouldn't be any confusion in your mind. So let us understand what are articles. Dear students, articles are three: a, and the. The is the definite article. The tells us about something which we already know about. Okay, we know about someone and then we are talking about him or her. So at that time we use the. The is used before a noun when the thing indicated by it is known to the reader or the listener. For example, I am going to the market means the reader or the listener knows which market he is talking about, he or she is talking about. Okay, look at the second sentence. I did not enjoy the film. कौन सी film? That is very clear. उसकी बात पहले ही हो चुकी है. That has already been spoken about. I did not enjoy the film. Okay, what can be the other examples? Take for example, if I say he is a student. Here it means one. It means one, any. Okay, we'll come to it just now. But if I say He is the student who stood first. But if I have to say he is the student who stood first, the student means we have already spoken about him and the reader or the listener knows about him. And now we are giving the article as the name itself suggests the definite. It is definite. It is clear. Definite means clear, fixed. है ना हमें उसके बारे में पता है. Okay, so coming to the indefinite articles are a and an. A and an is used before a singular countable noun. In the previous session also, I had just taken you briefly through the two terms countable noun and uncountable noun. What is a countable noun? That which can be counted. Okay, a box, a pencil, a boy, okay, a bottle, a pen, a chair, a sweater. These are the countable nouns. And what is the countable noun? Indefinite article tells us about a countable noun which can be started with a consonant sound and that which can be started with a vowel sound. Now look at the sound. Look at the sound. Dog. D. Okay. So this is a consonant sound. Plant. P. This is a consonant sound. P. D. Look at this sound again. Box. B. Window. W. In the previous example, we had used car or cow or cat. So, a dog, a plant, okay, a flower, a window, a box, a pencil. Now, where is an used? An is used in front of those nouns which have a vowel sound. Vowel sound means generally it is denoted by A, E, I, O, U. But we should understand what the sound represents. Okay, see this. This is elephant, a. This is a sound, a. So what will it take in front of it? An elephant, an umbrella, a. Look at this sound, a. Umbrella, a. Now, idea, I. What is the sound? I. Ox, ox. Okay, alligator, a. So these are the sounds. Okay, we do not have a consonant sound. Here we have a vowel sound. So this is an elephant, an umbrella, okay, an alligator, an ox, and I. Now this is also used. There is a different use of a also, which is worth noting. Now, what do we have to note? So far, we are clear. But what do we have to note in this a also? There is a special mention of that. There are certain words, okay, which though start with a vowel sound, but the sound is not, I mean, they start with a vowel, but the sound is not a vowel sound. Say, for example, university. University, the sound which is used, which comes out of the mouth is yeah, yeah. It is not a, o, e, no. It is yeah, yeah sound. That means it is telling us a consonant sound. So that is why this will be preceded by the article a. Okay, similarly, this one. A one-eyed man. Here, one, O-N-E, one. Though it starts with a vowel O, but the sound is V. V. What is the sound? V. So this will be a one-man army or a one-eyed man. Take another example. A one-eyed man. A. Okay. For I told you E-Y-E-I. I, aankh. I told you N-I. But for one, O-N-E, one, sound is V. University, sound is U. Okay, yeah, yeah. So A will be added before. So we have three articles, A and the. The is used before the noun which is already known, which about whom or about which already the information has been given. Okay. Now, indefinite article A and N. A is used before those nouns which start with a consonant sound. B, D, P, K, H, M, N, Y, R, L, V. Okay, consonant sounds, right? And N is used before those nouns which start with a vowel sound. A, E, O, A. These are vowel sounds. Now here there is a particular point which is to be noted. Though these words start with vowel, but they do not have a vowel sound, they have a consonant sound. Hence, the article A is used in front of them. So we have done parts of speech and we have also done articles. Now, let's take another example. She ate a cake. Now, since you are familiar with what is a noun, what is a verb, what is an adjective, what is an adverb, what is a preposition, what is a conjunction, what is an interjection. Now, since you have become a little familiar, let's see whether you can also help me with making this sentence more interesting. Okay, more pleasant. Right? Like how? Take this. She ate a cake. What is she? She is the pronoun. Yes, you have guessed it. Right. Okay. What is ate? Ate is the verb. Past tense of verb eat. This is the verb. And a is the article. Okay. Why have we used a in front of cake? Cake because this starts with k sound. Cake. K sound. Okay. So a cake. Here it means one cake. And this cake is the now. Okay, so we have how many parts of speech? We have four parts of speech. Let's go on adding more parts of speech to make it clearer. Okay, now I am going to add one by one. You can also make your own notes, and alongside of me, you can also write certain other words. Some change, environment should be created. Let us give some modification to this. She ate a here. I'm adding something. What have I added here? She ate a chocolate cake. What kind of cake was it? Was it a strawberry cake? No. Was it a cheesecake? No. Was it a butterscotch cake? No. Was it a red forest cake? No. Was it a fresh cake? No. It was a chocolate cake. So this is an adjective. It gives us more information about the noun cake. Okay. Now I made certain addition. What have I added here? She hungrily ate a chocolate cake. Hungrily. She hungrily. How did she eat? Of course, she ate the cake. But how did she eat? Hungrily. So, hungrily tells us the way in which the action took place. It tells us the adverb. It is actually the adverb. Hungrily, greedily, readily, slowly. Okay, in this way, right? Now I make one more addition. She hungrily ate a chocolate cake in the kitchen. She hungrily ate a chocolate cake in the kitchen. What have I done? In is the preposition. It tells us the relation between chocolate cake and kitchen. Preposition is that part of speech which tells us the relation between noun and pronoun to other noun or pronoun. So in is the preposition in the kitchen. Can we have some? This is now this entirely is called preposition phrase. Can we have some more prepositional phrases? In the hall, at the table, okay, under the tree, inside the room, in the hotel. In this way, we can have many more prepositional phrases. Now, I make a small change here. Wow, what I have added here? Wow is the interjection like this. It will take a mark of exclamation. Wow, she hungrily ate a chocolate cake in the kitchen. Wow, she hungrily ate a chocolate cake in the kitchen. Now I'm making more correction, more addition, more modification to the sentence. She and I. She and I hungrily ate a chocolate cake in the kitchen. Okay, what have I done? I have added conjunction and. She and I. I have added this conjunction here to show, to join these two pronouns. These two pronouns, like we had done in the previous sentence, he applied the brakes and stopped the car. So, and is a conjunction. We have some more conjunctions. So, therefore, but, because, since, after. Okay, these are some more conjunctions, right? So, this is the interjection. This is the adverb. Okay, we have an adjective, we have a noun, we have the preposition, we have the conjunction. Okay, so in this way we find that we are able, and we also have the article a, and, or the. Okay, now let us take some examples. I'll give you some words, and along with that, I want you to take this assignment. What is the homework that you have to do? You have to prepare 50 sentences. Yes, dear students, you have heard it right. You have to prepare 50 sentences with the help of these nouns, various nouns, pronouns, verbs, and adjectives that I am providing you. Okay, let's go through these, and you will be amazed to see how grammar also helps you increase your vocabulary. You will find that there can be n number of nouns, there can be so many different other, verbs or adjectives, but I want you to just restrict yourself to the verb or to the noun to eat something, right? Cake, like it was mentioned, cake. So look at this, cake was already mentioned. Now you can replace it with biscuit. Okay, then pastry, then ice cream. Mouth watering it sounds, isn't it? Sandwich, cookies, potato wafers, cream roll. These are the names of the snacks. In this way, you can add some other names or nouns of your choice which are related to eating. Okay, whatever you like, you can add. You can name a dish also. Look at the pronouns he, she, it, they, I, you, we. In the previous session also, we have discussed the pronouns. So, he and she. Okay, they talk about, they are the third person pronoun, they are singular pronouns. Okay, he for a masculine or male, she for someone feminine or female, they plural pronoun. It is talking about more people. Okay, I, it is the again the personal pronoun I, the first person. You is the second person pronoun. Okay, and we is again personal pronoun which is in plural. Right. Now coming to the verb. Let's see these verbs. Can we also use other words in place of the original verb which I gave you, ate? Can we polish our language further by adding all these verbs or replacing that given verb with all these verbs? Tasted. Can we use tasted? She tasted or he tasted the chocolate cake. Okay. Can we make it enjoyed? Yes, of course. They enjoyed. She and I enjoyed the cake. Relish. Another word is relish. Relish also means to enjoy. Savor. Savor is also to enjoy, to take every bite. When you take every bite, you want to taste, you want to have the enjoyment. So you use the word savor. Then gobbled. Now, gobble takes the preposition down. She gobbled down a plate of pastries. Okay, devoured. Devoured is another word for hungrily. We had used hungrily in the original sentence. So, devoured means to eat fast and quick. Mouthed. This is also one of the verbs which denotes eating. Then wolfed. Wolf. From where has it come? It has come from the animal wolf. So, wolfed and wolfed. Okay, the verb. Now look at this, polished. Polish also takes the preposition of. She polished down the cake. I'm sorry, polished off the cake. So these are different verbs which can be used instead of eat or ate. Coming to the adjectives, strawberry. Okay, so you can have a strawberry cake. It is your wish. You can have delicious. What does delicious mean? Delicious means tasty, tempting, mouth watering. delicious, tasty. Then comes yummy. These days, we talk about such words very often. Yummy cake. I had a yummy cake. Then pineapple. Okay, now you may think, you may have a question that, ma'am, actually pineapple is a noun. Yes, very true. But here, when it comes in front of a noun or before a noun, it becomes an adjective. So here it has become an adjective. Pineapple cake. Then comes eggless. Yes, sometimes people have this demand. They want to eat an eggless cake. Okay, then mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is generally, I have just kept in mind sandwich. Sandwich. So mayonnaise can be used, or mayonnaise. There are both the pronunciations working. Mayonnaise as well as mayonnaise. So mayonnaise, sandwich. Okay. Then cheese. Cheese can be cheesecake. It can also be a cheese sandwich. Okay. Fresh. Fresh. Did you eat a stale cake? Did they eat a stale cake? रखा हुआ था? No, it was a fresh cake. So fresh is also an adjective. This way you will find there are more such words, which come to your mind. And in this way you can enhance, you can improve your vocabulary also. Now coming to some other examples of four remaining parts of speech which can be used with that sentence. Hungrily we have used already. Look at the other word, greedily. Then hastily, greedily also means jaldi jaldi, लालच से, जल्दी जल्दी खत्म कर दूं, है ना? Then hastily, hastily means fast. They are in a hurry. तो वो जल्दी जल्दी केक खा के जा रहे हैं. Quickly again, quickly also means fast. Then comes heartily. Heartily means बड़ी खुशी से. Very happily they have devoured the cake. Impatiently, impatiently again, quickly, very fast. See, these are all the adverbs. Then longingly, with a desire. Maybe उसको बहुत समय से केक खाने को नहीं मिला था. So longingly, with a great desire. Speedily, fast, speedily, quickly. These are all similar synonyms. Okay. Then eagerly, eagerly also means readily. She eagerly ate the cake. Okay, now coming to prepositions. In the balcony, I have made use of prepositional phrases for your benefit and for your ease and comfort. So, in the balcony, at the bakery, you can go on replacing and make new sentences inside the car, in the hall, in the hotel, under the tree, in the garden, at the party, on the road. See, these are all prepositional phrases. Now, there are many other phrases, but here we are basically talking about the preposition of place. Okay, and that too, which go well with that sentence, with that context of eating a cake. Conjunctions. We have used conjunction and, okay, and, but there are many more conjunctions, or, but, though, therefore, okay, hence, since, because, so, after. So we will do this in detail in the coming sessions, these conjunctions and the role they play, how they connect various sentences, clauses. Now, interjections. We have used two interjections just now. One was wow and other was oh. Look at the other interjections. Yippee, alas, oh, ouch, my God, hooray, ah. Okay, so these are the other interjections. Bravo, you might have heard this. Okay, so these are the other interjections which are used. Okay, so what we find is that we can have so many different words, but we should know how to categorize them, and parts of speech generally does that work. It carries out the function of giving a category so that we know what we are saying and what we wish to say, okay, and what we are writing. Okay, so having a good knowledge of parts of speech is always a very good idea, right? So I have already given you the assignment. Now I want you to study all the topics in detail, and I also want you to uh, prepare your own notes, and I'll repeat my advice of newspaper reading, because in the newspaper you get to know so many different words, phrases, sentences, clauses, and then you are able to connect ideas. And dear students, start observing things around yourselves. You always, acquire the language from the surroundings. Of course, it is read, it is heard, okay, it is written, but then keep your eyes and ears open. As I already said, that these days, due to the advancement in technology, the writing and the reading has increased many folds. Okay, so we should be abreast, we should keep ourselves abreast with the advancements which are being made. And this was just a basic session on the parts of speech. Some more sessions will be coming up soon for your benefit. In the meantime, keep learning, keep growing, keep moving ahead. All the best to all of you. More power to you. Bye bye. God bless.